Recently, during a private event in Philadelphia, the ex-Pentagon whistleblower Luis Elizondo shared to the public a high-resolution picture of what seems to be an alien mothership hovering in the sky of Romania, and this picture was allegedly taken in 2022. Hi everyone, welcome on UFO section 51. I am DosGeek and I am very happy to see you again on this channel. Thank you for your interest and thank you again for being with me today to talk about UFOs, because this is the main subject of this YouTube channel, the subject of UFOs, of course. But before starting this new video, I invite you to like the video, to share it, and of course to subscribe if you are new here in this community, in this very passionate community of UFO believers. The people who believe that we are not alone in this universe. For several months now, I used to post at least 2 or 3 videos every day. These videos are short videos on the channel, so don't forget sometimes to visit the shorts section on the channel in order to stay informed about all these UFO news, because I find that the format of the short videos is very useful in order to deliver you on a daily basis some news about the UFOs. But let's go now to today's subject, and this is all about this article recently published on the website of The Sun, published on October the 31st, 2024. Ex-Pentagon UFO whistleblower reveals high-res peak of alien mothership as he dubs craft a huge floating mini-city. A former Pentagon official has revealed a freaky photo of an alleged massive alien mothership and described it as a huge mini-city floating in the sky. US Army counterintelligence specialist Luis Elizondo showed the high-res peak, presumably taken in Romania, during a private event in Philadelphia. You can see that the picture is very strange. The skeptics would say that it could be some reflection on a window, some light reflection on a window, but maybe not. Moreover, this picture was revealed to the public by a very important and allegedly serious whistleblower who is Luis Elizondo. So that must invite us to stay objective with this picture. It was in daylight and we can see some strange light effects on each side of the object, with a very bright light, white light, going to the bottom. This object, which seems to be a disc-shaped object, and the bright light, the white light, is going down in direction of the city. This is the high-resolution image of the UFO Luis Elizondo unveiled to an audience of paying guests. Surreal pictures of the supposed spacecraft appears to show a distinctive disc shape with a beaming light emanating from its bottom. The shape is universally recognized as what we understand an alien UFO would look like, as it hovers menacingly in the air over a road. I guess that this picture must be inside his book that he recently published. The mysterious mothership has been debuted at a private event in Philadelphia on October the 28th by the former official at the Pentagon. Luis Elizondo's claims of a ship the size of a huge floating mini-city have drawn up fresh speculation from UFO believers and equal dismissal from critics. Luis chose his words wisely at his secretive event, instead using his evidence to speak for him. He said, "Guess what we caught in Romania in 2022? By the way, the US Embassy. But there was also that in the sky. There is a whole lot more here, folks. We are having pilots, military pilots, and civilian pilots in Eastern Europe and in the Middle East report what unimaginably seems impossible. I just want to give you kind of a small taste of what's going on behind the scenes." The startling claim directly links the US government to a deliberate alien cover-up that he was exposing at the bizarre presentation. These claims have drawn intense speculation from critics. Veteran US Air Force Staff Sergeant Jeremy McGowan witnessed a sensational UFO encounter in the Middle East decades ago. Despite this, he has cast strong doubt on Louis's credibility. Jeremy said, "This unfortunate situation with Lou follows my experiences with him nearly exactly. I witnessed him exaggerate or outright fabricate information that simply wasn't true. I've been on the receiving end where Lou has pulled out his cell phone and shown me what he described as highly classified videos. For him to think I would believe he would simply carry classified info on an unsecure civilian cell phone is just insulting. And it wasn't just me. Multiple podcast hosts were shown video Lou attributed to things they were not. In the mid-90s, while serving as a member of the JSOC J2 security team for Ellipse Foxtrot, Jeremy says he was a witness to unusual aerial lights.
Do you believe UAPs pose a potential threat to our national security?
Yes. The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had.
Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years. Biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Oh my gosh, dude.
According to reports, tickets to Louis' revelatory event at the City Winery, a Pennsylvania wine bar, cost between $30 and $50. It did not take long for other internet sleuths to poke holes in Louis's outlandish statements. John Greenwald Jr., a government transparency advocate, tracked the photo back to September 2023 in a Facebook group called Mysterious Ancient Discoveries. This pic appears more likely to have originated as the reflection of an indoor chandelier reflected in window glass. The Facebook picture has over 180,000 likes and 23,000 comments suggesting the public were aware of the snap. Further examination of the pic allegedly showed that it was not actually linked to the US Embassy, as Louis claimed. The photo background appeared to show the Arad power station, a coal-fired plant. America's embassy is roughly 400 miles to the southeast of Arad and is actually placed in the capital city Bucharest. On October 30, 2 days after his paid event, Louis clarified that any misinformation involved in his presentation was the fault of his friend in the government who reportedly supplied the image. Louis has been criticized by the UFO community, who have accused him of using them as pawns in a money-making scheme. On one Reddit forum called eUFOs, one user remarked, "Lou is 100% using us as pawns to line his pockets. His most recent book was #1 seller in the nation." Why did Louis Elizondo share this picture during this event, knowing that this picture could easily be found on this Facebook group, Mysterious Ancient Discoveries? That brings a lot of questions on the sincerity, the credibility of Louis Elizondo. What do you think? Because besides all that, he made a lot of revelations in his book about UFO sightings, about UFO reports made by other whistleblowers or other people working in the US Army, people who have access to top secret archives, to classified documents reporting UFO sightings or UFO encounters. So, why Louis Elizondo is doing this? By doing this, he is losing credibility in his work, doing that kind of event with that kind of pictures that doesn't help the cause. What were the intentions? What was the objective of all this? What do you think? Is he telling the truth? Or is he manipulating some part of the truth in order to be more famous, to be more in the light, in order to sell more books? Because everyone would like to be famous. That's the human nature. I think that he should be more careful with what he is doing with all these revelations, with all these claims about the UFOs. And that also leads us to think that maybe some of the claims he made during interviews, in podcasts, or during events, maybe some of these claims were not true. Maybe they were just some fake stories, like maybe this one. So that event is somewhere disturbing, especially with the personality and the credibility of Louis Elizondo. So guys, what do you think about all this? Were you a spectator during this event in Philadelphia in October 2024? There are two questions with this news. First, was this a real UFO sighting? Is it true? And the second question, does Luis Elizondo tell the truth when he frequently and publicly makes claims about UFO encounters and UFO sightings reported in classified documents? What do you think? I want to know your reactions, I want to know your feelings about all this. Can we trust Luis Elizondo when he talks about UFOs? Because you can find a lot of interviews of Luis Elizondo on the UFO subject on the internet, on YouTube and on other social networks. Moreover, he recently published a book about what he knows with UFOs, all the informations he allegedly collected about these UFO encounters and these UFO reports. That's very disturbing because, once again, the frontier between the truth and the manipulation, the disinformation is very thin, and I think that it's very difficult to know the final truth. I will put the link of this article in the description of the video, of course, if you want to read it. So guys, thank you for watching and for sharing with me your comments and your reactions about these recent claims made by Luis Elizondo in Philadelphia. Thank you for liking the video, thank you for sharing it, thank you for subscribing to the channel. It was DozGeek on UFO section 51. While waiting for the next video, I invite you to keep your eyes on the sky and, of course, live long and prosper.
Bright light in the night, some things taking flight.